I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. And today we're doing Newcastle, I was going to say Nottingham Forest, against Liverpool. And Liverpool go, what was it, 13 points clear, and everyone's saying the title's over. It's a long way to go yet. Anything can happen. You just don't say things like that in football. I heard someone saying the other day with the celebration of, the Arsenal player that got sent off, mocking Erling Haaland, football's got a way of coming back and biting you, so you be humble. Always stay humble, because it can always come back and get you. Now, there's a lot of interesting things to talk about in this Liverpool game. And first off, we're going to talk about this Mo Salah incident right here. Now, I want you to see, so this is the point where he says he's made a foul, but look where the referee's looking. He has got absolutely no clue that that's happening whatsoever. Okay, so as we move this forward, right, watch. Now he looks, that's what he sees. He doesn't know if Mo Salah's fouled him or not, because he wasn't looking at the point of contact. Just understand that for a second. The ref wasn't looking at him at the point of contact. He doesn't know why that player's fallen over. He's got no clue. So the only reason he would know, or make a decision based on that, would be because the linesman flags or VAR's told him, because he hasn't seen it. He's got no way of seeing it whatsoever. Linesman flags down, so we know it's not a foul, right? So where's he getting the call from? Is it VAR? Well, he didn't see it. He doesn't know what's happening. Now there's a problem, right? Now there's a problem. All of a sudden, he dives down on the ground, takes out Mo Salah. It's probably a penalty, but it's not a foul outside the box, ref, because you didn't see it. You weren't looking. You weren't even anywhere close to looking. So that means someone's had a word in your ear. And that's why we need these communications to come out, so we can actually know what's being said in games, so we can either trust the system and go, oh, yeah, you know what? They're right. Or we just come up with things like I'm talking about, because we can see that the referee didn't see that. And now we're just presuming that someone in the VAR booth is talking to the referee. And we shouldn't have to presume. We should know. We should know from categorical fact, yes or no, this happens or doesn't happen. But we won't know, will we? Let's move it on. Okay, so we know the rules if you watch this channel. Someone puts their hand up, telling somebody else what to do. And in the next 5 seconds, they're going to score a goal. Well, that's a little bit longer than 5 seconds. Now, I just want you to look at this, right? Who are you telling to go towards the ball? He can't. He's got to mark the space behind him, make sure that pass doesn't go in to cut off that. So who are you telling to go towards the ball, mate? Like, one of these two players? Because they don't go to him either. And I want you to watch Dom Slobosai in the middle here and watch his movement as we move this forward. Let's see if I can catch it right at the right moment. Okay, so here's the first moment I want to show you, because obviously I can't play it all in one motion for you. He starts breaking into the space, players behind him, and then what does he do? Slows down. He starts slowing down right there and lets everybody go past him as the ball goes out wide. He doesn't want to progress too far. Look, he's actually kind of annoyed that Jota didn't see him and slip the ball through, because he's wide open to run through on goal. So he starts slowing down. But his slowing down motion is something that he's going to do again in a second. Watch this. Now, of course, for some reason, the Newcastle players do not want to go. This is the time when you want to go to try to pressure the ball. He wants to come over a little bit and help shut that gap instead of staying there. Now they've got their back foot almost intact. They're getting players back. But none of the players decide to go and win the football. None of them. None of the players really do anything. All they do is just jog in shape. That's all they do. They're in their shape and they just jog back. It's pretty pathetic, really. Just joggy. Joggy. No one's pressuring the ball. Joggy. Are we going to mark any of the players that we can see? Like Mo Salah? No. We're in our shape and we're just jogging back. We did it in training the other week. Yeah, wasn't there a football you were supposed to win? Nah, we don't worry about that. We jog back in our shape. We've seen it on the YouTubes, the shape, and we jog it. Yeah, brilliant. We do it. We play it in FIFA and stuff. Yeah. But what about the football? No, we don't worry about the football. Just let him run into the box. 1-2 players now run over towards the football. Where are you going? Slobosai again slows his run down. This is the second slow that he does to let everybody else run past him, because another player's come close to him. Yet, no tackle. No one's trying to win the ball. And this is the little jink back, because clearly nobody is watching what the players are doing in the box. Like, why would you care about Liverpool players being unmarked in the box? You're not caring about tackling the football. You're not going to be worried about players being unmarked, are you? So look, as he checks, you've got 1, 2, 3 players that'll allow the ball to go right through them. you've got to question what you're doing. You really do. You're not going to pressure the ball. You're all like, kind of not backing each other up. There was no one for I don't know who this was. Is it? I don't know. I'm not sure. To go and help pressure to squeeze the ball over here. You haven't marked him. You haven't marked him. You haven't marked him. All you've done is drop back in a 4 and a little 2, and not do anything. Absolutely nothing. Ball goes across. Bump, bump. How slow and easy is that? Liverpool must be going like, is this a training session? Newcastle players are looking around. Oh, how did that happen? Because you didn't mark your player. You didn't go to pressure the football when you had an opportunity. When Luis Diaz was out wide on his own, there was 2 of you that could have gone over and pressure. You didn't really cover for each other. The 2 that did get back jogged over and didn't do anything except for allow the pass to go between all of them. Yes, and apparently these are Premier League footballers. Oh my God. So you want to have a little look at this, okay? This is a throw-in, throwing the ball to a player here. And just the lack of understanding of what's really happening here at Newcastle, it baffles me. All right, so when you're coaching and you're playing, you hear these words all the time. We need more movement. We need more. Movement means running, okay? So you're either running into the space to close it down or you're running out of the space to open it up, right? So when you're throwing the ball there, you're obviously going to receive the ball back. Now, where are you passing the ball to? That's your next point of contact, because this big gaping hole of space, can we see it? Now, it can be filled by 1 Newcastle player or 2. It's really on this kiddie here. He's the problem. As soon as this ball comes back, he doesn't identify that Jota is right next to him, and Jota is taking out 1, 2 players, because as this ball's passed, if Jota closes him down, he stops the passing lane here and he can win the ball. So what he's got to do instantly is to create that space there to open up the triangle. I mean, this is easy, right? This is easy thing that you just know when you've played football at any decent level. He just needs to be moving just 2 yards. That's all it is. And what he's doing, there's an old Ajax training drill that they used to hate, because what they do is they pass the ball in a triangle, right? So it goes 1 into 2 and then into the third, right? But the third is slightly offset. So the third is there, you're passing it to there, and that player's running, right? And you have to get that perfect, and it goes like that, but this player runs in and plays it. It's the exact same scenario that they need to be doing here. The player notices that that's the problem, and he runs it's only 2 yards. That's all it is. And it's that key trigger pattern that you get to 2 yards. Boom. See, look, as soon as it's gone there, look at where he's looking. So his body shape is there. He can't identify that that's where the ball needs to go, because the trigger of his body shape and making the run would have done it instantly. He would have instantly passed it, just gone. Now he's in trouble, because the person he passed the ball to clearly has been shut down. His only other option is here. Now he's in trouble. Bad little touch inside. Oh, bit of a stumble. And now he's lost the ball. It goes off to be a shot from, I think, Slobosai, who should have scored. But that is simple lack of movement in the midfield and a lack of an option. Not only is there a lack of an option there was no emergency option for him to play out over here. So he couldn't progress the ball forward. He couldn't find his support, and he didn't have an emergency option. It's just awful. We're in another simple situation here that turns into an absolute nightmare. This pass just needs to go there, because you can see there's a player waiting for you to put it into this zone here. Even though this clown is asking for it, he doesn't want it there, because Trent's waiting for that. He's waiting for that zone. You can see it's called normally there's a couple of different names for it. Normally they'll call it like a dynamic pressure pocket or creating a pressure pocket. What does that mean? The pressure pocket is we put pressure on the ball, waiting to put it into an area where we're all looking to pounce. That's clearly the option there. Or no, you go back and reset because you don't know what's going to happen. Or you make that pass perfectly in there. That ball has to be perfect. If you're playing it straight onto his foot so he can run into the space. If you are making that pass, it's a 5-yard pass. Instead, nope. Completely makes a meal of it, and it's just, that's it. Boom. Alexi McAllister picks it up, beats the player, because why? His momentum is taking him past the ball because he's running, and Alexi McAllister can just easily step past him straight away. Bump, and off he goes. Now you're looking at a situation where he's just walking through the middle of the field, and you've got 4 players here waiting to win the ball. Sorry, waiting to win the ball. Waiting to play football. That's why you don't force these progressive passes in certain situations, and you go back to your centre back and you keep possession, because you're clearly overloaded and outnumbered on one side, and one little mistake means you're just going to get overrun. And that's what happens. Now you've got a couple of different things that's happening here, and this is what makes Liverpool so dangerous. One player's running, one player holds, one player holds. The defenders don't know who to go with, and nobody can pressure the ball properly because no one's close enough. Look, they see it's going to go to Mo Salah. He's trying to get there, but Trent's pushing them back. Slobberside's pulling them across, and it makes Newcastle be all over the place. By the time Mo Salah gets the ball, they don't know what to do. Not close enough to pressure, not close enough to really do anything, win the ball back. Mo Salah cuts him backwards and forwards. Unfortunately, I can't play it. Great little clip if he just dances backwards and forwards and he p-rolls the ball. Now, the only reason why this guy is so out of shape is because Trent's runs pulled him completely out of shape, thinking that that ball's going to go in behind. When Mo Salah's gone this way, he's come back, Trent's carried on, and he's pulled him out of shape completely. That's just a p-roller and a finish. Look how slow that ball's going. Quality finish, great strike. But it's all because of poor passing in the midfield to start it all off. We'll finish it up with a little outside of the foot pass, because I do love a bit of outside of the foot pass there from Mo Salah. Unfortunately, I think it's Luis Diaz or Gakpo running on the end of it, trying to get a goal. But Liverpool looked like a bit of a force, and I actually thought Newcastle were going to give them a bit of a game, like the old classic 4-3s and stuff, but didn't turn out to be that way. And I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.